Yo guys, Grand Training Systems, welcome back. But you're going to see two videos on this newsletter because one I realized was a bit advanced, which is still good for the pro athletes we work with, the Stuttgart Ballet, also pro athletes, but you guys, it's also great. However, everybody else, it's also a fantastic video, but here's a little bit of an easier one, just in case you get freaked out by the other one. So what we're working on today is basically just learning how to kind of reset the back and get the ischius joint to move again. We get a lot of problems with this from sitting too much, from just doing whatever wrong. So we go to osteopaths, chiropractors, chiropractors, whatever, to reset it. Here's a kind of way we can do some muscle energy on our own to do it ourselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down here. I can scoot in a bit. And I'm going to come up with my right knee, put my hand around it, and I'm going to come up with my left leg, but push against it. And basically what I'm going to do is an isometric contraction, so meaning I'm going to move my legs this direction, but I'm not going to let them go anywhere. So this leg's going to pull down, but this arm's going to stop it, so it's just like this. And at the same time, this leg's going to pull up, and I'm going to push against it. And I'm just going to go for about 5 seconds, as hard as I feel comfortable with going. Usually maximal pressure is good, but you can start out slow, that's not a problem. So I'm just going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relax. Then I'm going to go again for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to make sure we keep our back on the ground. We don't want to arch it much up, so just kind of make sure that the belly is tucked in. And then we're going to switch. So I'm going to put my hands here, put my hand here, and I'm going to go again for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And you can also stretch your legs down in between, it's not a problem. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And what that basically is doing is it's getting my sacrum, my ischius back here, to kind of move in the direction it needs to. Because a lot of times we get our hips out of alignment, and this just kind of uses the major muscles of the body from the hamstrings to the hip flexors. Just kind of set the order back straight. We also can get it to where our hips flare in or flare out. So what we can do with that is it's quite simple. I can take this medicine ball or any type of ball, even a pillow, put it between my legs, and just when I go, I'm going to squeeze my legs together. So just again for 1, 2, really squeezing that isometric contraction here quite hard, and then relax, and then again I can do it for 5 more seconds. So it'll be 1, 2, you're going to feel obviously the adductors going, and then last one we can do is we can keep our body up, that's not a problem. You can use a band. In the second video I use a friend, or I am the friend, and you can just pull out 1, 2, so I'm pulling my legs this way and I'm pushing in at the same time, 3, 4, and 5, and then we can continue to repeat them. We can do one and then the other. Basically any order you want to do them in is not a problem. Last one I've got is maybe a bit advanced because you need a bit of a band. A little tutorial on how to wrap your foot in the band. So many people do this and it just flies right off. What I do is I put my foot in the band, and then if I lie right back, a lot of times it falls off the ankle. So what I do is I cross the band one more time, so the bands are on my ankle. I cross it, and I get my foot through one more time. This band's a bit tight because the post I have around is quite big, so I don't have very much room, and all I'm going to do is just scoot back until I feel a little bit of a traction on my leg. And I can just chill however I want in this position, like this. Whoops, got my basket here in front of me. Like this, I can scoot back for as far as I want. And I just want to get nice and comfortable. And what this is going to do is just going to put a nice traction. So it's going to pull my leg down and just kind of release this joint from being jammed up my hip, which we get a lot of because we're walking, we're sitting, we're doing whatever. And this is just a nice way to get some traction. So I'd probably take my shoe off, actually, if I was thinking, because it catches a bit on the mat. But here again, I can just kind of relax. I don't push myself too hard. But as it feels a bit better, I want to get a bit more, and I just go back and I slide back down. And you can stay in this position for as long as you want. And you can go through this. You can go through these exercises as much as you want. So again, we're just kind of working on that ischial sacrum movement, if you will, trying to get everything back in alignment. This is the easier, kind of more simple video, but if you want a little bit more advanced video and you have a friend that can help you, or you're an athlete, hence Stuttgart Ballet, and you've got a whole team of athletes that can help you, or you're pro and you got a coach, definitely check out the second video. Or if you're just a weekend warrior and want to be more badass, check it out too. So, guys, Grand Training Systems, Facebook, YouTube, newsletter, every single thing you can possibly think of, we're there, I'm there, and until next week, peace.